Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Interviews, Heart and Soul Conversations. And I'm joined again by my co-host in love and life and all things positive, the hubster, Senbi Akau. And we are closing out our Black Love and Relationship series for the month of June. And I'm excited to talk about astrology because I feel that there he goes. He's one of those people. I know a lot of us have been asked, what's your sign, baby? Oh no, I don't mess with Geminis. Oh no, Scorpios is a mess. But there is the method to that science that has been followed
all my life.
Oh God, he's a Scorpio.
All my life. You people have been disrespecting Scorpios. Every time I say I'm a Scorpio, oh, you Scorpio, get away from you. What? I happen to think we're the best.
I think every sign thinks that they are the best because I am a hurricane. I'm Gemini/Cancer. So I love.
Oh, Gemini was the fish.
You're being funny, right? Stop. He's being funny. I'm not even listening. I'm not. Don't.
Gemini is a hurricane?
Well, I call myself a hurricane because I have the Gemini. I'm born on the cusp. So I'm Gemini. I'm 29 degrees Gemini from what I'm told. But I have the influences of Cancer, which is water. So I think that I am a beautiful hurricane.
Is any hurricane really beautiful?
It can be. It is cleansing. It transforms.
Yeah, if you watch it on TV in the ocean, but not on land.
Well, at any rate, I'm not. I brought an expert to really talk to us about astrology and how your love can be in the stars. There are cultures that go by astrology. But there's an art to it. And it's not necessarily your sun sign, but it could be your whole chart. And my special guest is also taking her own gifts and using it to find her husband.
Really?
Really, yes. So we are
that sounds exciting.
So we are about to bring our lovely guest on to share. Good evening.
Look at that smile.
Peace and greetings, you all. Thank you so much for having me. I was just loving the banter and the conversation you all were having. And Kenda, you said something in reference to people loving or feeling proud of their sign. And I wanted to touch on that just a second because that is.
Oh no! Introduce yourself. I'm sorry.
I will introduce myself, but I wanted to just say when it comes to people loving their zodiac sign, they do because it's the sun. The sun is proud. It's confident. It's showy. It's loud. It's like, look at me, rah, rah, rah. So all of us are very proud of our sun signs, even though our sun signs could be the sign that's breaking havoc in our lives.
Most definitely. Okay. So let everyone know how awesome you are. Would you mind sharing your awesome?
I'm an Aquarius, so I don't like to brag too much, but look, I am the best. I'm just kidding. No, my name is Kateria. I go by Kateria Knows. I am an astrologer. I've been studying astrology for over 23 years. I am just absolutely in love with the science. When I read it for the first time, I was 11 years old, and I became absolutely entranced and just infatuated and obsessed with it. And over the years, I naturally accumulated so much knowledge of the zodiac signs, but it definitely was not an aspiration of mine when I first started reading about it. So that's just a bit about me. I teach astrology. I do astrological interpretations and consultations and things of the sort. I teach one-on-one, and I also have an astrology program that is out now that comes with a free ebook attached.
Oh, you have a lot of interesting goodies. Definitely.
Thank you.
So, astrology. So you have been immersed in this science. What is the main thing that people are asking when they come to you to get their charts done? What is the number one question?
The number one question that I receive from people is knowing what their life purpose is, and which is one of my favorite things to determine and do for a person. Yet, nevertheless, as human beings, we have misconstrued purpose and purpose in career. We think that our purpose is our career, but career is a man-made development. Your purpose is why you came to planet Earth. What are you evolving into? And so with that being stated, they are different. Now, it is beautiful when your life purpose is able to yield a career opportunity for you, but that doesn't always happen. Now, I am able to link your career in a way to your life purpose to make sure that you are living in accordance with your life purpose throughout your career, even if the two don't entirely relate. You can still follow the path of your life purpose in a fashion that allows you to be successful in all areas of your life, not just career.
That sounds like I need that type of reading.
Yes, that's some powerful work.
Thank you.
Yeah. So my next question is, so after you help them with finding their life purpose, I'm sure the next question, where's my divine partner? Where are they? So how do you manage those questions when they come up?
So when people ask, where's my divine partner, so on and so forth, I am able to guide them in knowing the character traits that will help them to identify, but understand that there are going to be so many character traits because you're looking at one placement or several placements really. And there are going to be so many different traits within these placements that person may not carry that. I am not a person that believes that we only have one soulmate or one twin flame. I personally have had two twin flames and several soulmates in my lifetime. For me personally, I believe in having a soulmate for a particular time in your life. I do feel that you meet and connect with someone who is going to display all of the character traits and qualities that you will feel like this is exactly what I need from a partner, and you could spend your lifetime with that person. You are going to still have challenges with that person because ultimately you are your own soulmate and you have challenges with yourself. So you're going to have challenges with anyone else and everyone else. As a matter of fact, like, know that everyone is going to have challenges with others, no matter how perfect the relationship is. And so, yeah, and nevertheless, you want to look, there's many different factors that you want to look at when it comes to an astrology chart to really configure who your divine counterpart, soulmate, twin flames, all of those people in your are. And when I'm doing a chart, I look at your 7th house because that is your relationship dynamic and what's important to you when it comes to a relationship. We're going to look at the asteroid Juno, which indicates how you are when it comes to being in a relationship. For a woman, you look at her Jupiter. The sign of her Jupiter shows the qualities and characteristics that her husband must have. And that man may not be that same exact sign. He could be you know, a whole different sign, but display those character traits of the woman's Jupiter, and that will suffice. When it comes to a man's chart, you're going to look to his Venus placement. A woman's Venus is going to indicate how and why she is seen as an attractive person, and also what values she has in regards to relationship. Yet, and nevertheless, Mars shows and demonstrates or delineates your sexual prowess and what is enticing and your sex style. The Mercury is very important when it comes to compatibility as well, because relationships are all about communication, you know. And yet what I found to be the number one factor in regards to love, aside from the sun is very important, but the moon is the way that you feel and process emotions. The moon indicates the conditions of your personal life, your home, how you like to keep your home, how you like to connect with your family and things of the sort. If you have a challenging aspect with your partner's moon, it's going to make it very difficult for the two of you to live together. When you have favorable aspects with that person's moon and unfavorable aspects in other places, that moon will still hold you all together because of the comfortability that you have with one another. You're able to, you know, maneuver throughout the challenges of life. The moon, personally, for me, holds the most weight. Now, don't get me wrong. You can see people that have difficult aspects within their moon, but if they know, you know, if their relationship has some type of an objective, they are working on something, they have a business, their goal in life is to challenge themselves to be the best of themselves. That is going to help them to work out their conflicts and to stay together, because they could be nurtured through challenges in life. So there's a lot of factors that come into play.
You just broke down some serious science in less than 5 minutes. That's amazing, because as I was listening to you and his chart, I know some of his chart a little bit. And one thing that I picked up, just because we get along pretty well, he's looking like, which way, where you about to go? Like, my moon is Capricorn and his Venus is Capricorn. So I think that's kind of where we kind of, you know, like, we want to keep it solid and like peace, like a solid type of flow.
What does that mean? My Venus is Capricorn.
I'll let her. What?
Yeah, well, I'm totally confused.
Venus,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Your Venus is the type of a woman you're attracted to or will marry. So with you having Venus in Capricorn, you're going to find women who are hard workers or who are ambitious, attractive. You like women who keep certain traditions intact. You like women that you are able to trust and who are sound in mind, body, spirit. You like women who are mature overall, who have a great level of maturity in the way that they express themselves. You like a woman that likes to take her time and has a lot of self-respect as well, you know, and knows her worth and all of those kinds of things. A woman that you could see as being successful in many different facets of life. Oftentimes you could be attracted to older women and things of the sort as well. Women that you could go into business with.
Why you all up in our business?
Don't ask.
That's too much power for one person to have.
I know, right? I'm telling you, a serious science. He thinks when I'm like listening to the astrology shows, I'm like, oh no. She's a nerd with it. She's a astrology blurred.
I love that.
Listening to a whole show about every zodiac sign for every day of the week and expect me to listen to it. And, you know, my eyes will glass over. But when they get to Scorpio, I get excited though. I guess I'm so
Right. Right.
But you're saying that my Scorpio sun sign doesn't have as much weight as my moon sign. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that. Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought
I said that's no. I was saying in life, sometimes your sun sign, anyone's sun sign, could actually be what is wreaking havoc in your life. You know, upon what it's doing, you know, things of the sort. And when it comes to romantic partnerships, I was stating that what I've come to notice with doing readings is that the moon holds more weight, because the moon is how you're nurtured, how you feel comforted, how you are consoled. The sun is just your personality and your ego and how you show yourself to the world. And, you know, it is also your soul's expression. But relationships is about your emotions and how you feel nurtured and how you feel cared for and understood. It's that gentler part of us. And it's important that we're connecting with someone who is going to be gentle and who can nurture us. That's what's going to keep us longer.
Now, I attracted this woman and she attracted me, and I didn't have none of that information about what you're saying. So is it possible that maybe, you know, I'm intuiting these things without knowing it?
Well, that's what astrology is. It happens without our knowledge of it, you know. But nevertheless, you all are still acting upon your charts, even without the knowledge. You being a Scorpio, your queen being a Gemini, Cancer, it will naturally be enticing to you, because she's going to be enticing to you not only intellectually and for family, but sexually, because Scorpio and Gemini have a sexual pull and tied to one another. Then also you're attracted to wanting to live a certain lifestyle and get things together and, you know, get organized, or health and wellness and fitness. You feel like she can make you a better person. And that's, you know, Venus and Capricorn. They like people that they feel can make them better. But then she has the moon in Capricorn. You have Venus in Capricorn. So you all sync up in the way that you exchange love, in the way that you exchange value, family, and things of the likes. You in money and all of that, you all have a common rapport in that particular area can understand each other and want the best. Even with the challenges, you still want the best out of the relationship, out of the family, and what it is that you all are doing together. And you both want success. You want success when it comes to relationships. She wants success when it comes to family. When you put those together, it's going to find a way to work itself out.
Girl, you are on
Sound
fire.
like you hit the jackpot.
I know. I'm thankful I met you this lifetime, because I don't know. So then should people, so when they're looking for partnerships, now, would it be too much to ask like a person what their birth chart is?
Yeah. I mean, when I am looking, I am, you know, doing my show, was not a show, it's really a documentary on my process of aligning with love. The astrology part of the person definitely comes to the fore, and in our compatibility chart with one another is the major determining factor for myself.
Now, that's what I want to talk about too. So you guys already heard that she's about her science. So she's taking that to the next level by finding or calling to her, however you want to put it, her husband. So who gave you the idea to do this? Has this been something that you have been thinking about, or did someone say, "Oh, girl, you should do X, Y, and Z"? How did it come about?
So me doing Kateria Knows Love has come about because when it comes to romantic connections and love, I've been seeing and hearing so many things that are not aligned with myself. So in the dating, in the dating scene at this time, there is so much of an emphasis on hypergamy. And for those of you who may not know the term hypergamy, it is about connecting with a person based upon their financial means and resources. So I am I'm not necessarily anti-hypergamous, but I am not hypergamous. And so I wanted to put that out there, you know, because it's such a dominant narrative in the dating world that we need to connect with someone based upon their finances. And I'm like, I don't necessarily care about a man's finances personally. I care that you're able to take care of yourself. You know, I care that you feel good, you feel successful, and you are ambitious in your life. Yet, nevertheless, you don't have to make 6 figures today. You don't have to be an 8-figure earner, as many of the hypergamous women are proclaiming a man has to be. So this entire process with the show is me speaking up as a woman that sees things and feels differently in matters in regards to love and things of the sort. So now what made me turn it into a show is my chart. I have Mars and Aries in the first house, conjunct Vesta, conjunct the North Node, conjunct part of Fortune. So I have been guided through my life to live my life out loud. If the creator, everybody is aspiring toward having the mind of the creator. If the creator was here on planet Earth, the creator would live out loud. If the creator wouldn't be living in fear. So I'm like, what the heck? We're on this freaking planet, which is a playnet. That means we should have fun and live out loud. Let's turn this into a show. Watch me work magic in real life in real time. That's how I am. And so I am turning it into a show for several different reasons. And another reason is to show alpha Black women in another light, because the narrative is that alpha Black women are bitches, they're angry, they're butches, they're this, that, and a third, they're emasculating and disrespectful, da, 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 da. And men who are nurturing the narrative is that they're bitchs and all kinds of things, and they're weak. And it's like, no, not necessarily. I'm not what you say. An alpha woman is a woman who knows how to take the lead in her life. She's direct and clear about what she wants. But it doesn't mean that this woman is evil and she is hurtful and doesn't know how to cater to a man or doesn't know how to listen, because a great leader first is a great follower and a great listener. You know, so I'm just putting another face out there, because what we have in the media currently is so much rah, loud, belligerent activity that you see, especially coming from Black women, you know, and you don't even see the nurturing, gentle men put to a level of a height. And we need that type of a man, you know. In Kemet, in ancient Kemet, we had nurturing, caregiving men, while we had women who knew how to dominate the country and run things. We still had those men who were gentle, and they knew that their power and their strength was being able to support a woman properly. But we don't have that in today's time, and that needs to be reestablished, because we know that alpha men thrive with alpha or with submissive women or nurturing women who are by their side, supporting them as they are on their movement. Well, where are the supportive, nurturing, caregiving men who are going to support us alpha women on our movement? We're told that we're just single and angry and bitter. That's the narrative that is pushed upon us. But we have also been programmed to be hypergamous and to look for and to look for a man for his means. But oftentimes those nurturing men, they may not, they usually don't make a lot of money. They may make 50, 60,000 a year, 80,000 or what have you. But oftentimes they're not pushing into those 8 figures and things of the sort. They can, and I'm not saying all of them, I'm not speaking for all of them, but oftentimes they are men that are mechanics. They know how to fix things in the home. They know how to cook. They know how to help you manage certain things, manage the household, manage money and things like that. But they are more of supporter types rather than just look at me, do this, that, and a third, or they may have regular jobs. While I'm a Fortune 500 CEO, they may just have more so a regular job that may not bring in millions of dollars a year as my business does. And I'm supposed to look over him? No, I actually need that man that is going to massage my back and massage my feet. I'm going to need that man that is going to see that I've been cooking all week and like, let me make you a meal. Let me serve you this time. I'm going to need that man who knows how to counsel me when I'm stressing or something of the sort, and I'm going to need that man who is at the house. How are you going to protect me if you're gone all the time?
You better preach. I mean, and it is refreshing to hear that. And I believe there are a lot of women that feel that same way, but society has guilted them into feeling like they quote unquote need a man, but not in this socially constructed way, and there are a lot of men that would love to do that, but they're called quote unquote simps and all those different things like that.
Exactly.
And I don't, my father was to me one of the greatest examples, of being present. And there's a lot of women that say that men, they aren't present, they aren't this, they aren't that. But I would like to ask them if they are giving them the opportunity to be there.
I think things are changing though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I think we're seeing more and more men that want to expand our roles from just being the breadwinner, which is really a glorified slave if you think about it. If I gotta bring home all the money, and I guess that's why men, one of the reasons probably why we die sooner than women. Not saying that if a woman is a homemaker that's not work. I mean, that's work. That's
right.
What I'm saying? But if a man thinks his value is just the money that he can contribute, that puts him in a very limited box, and it shuts him off from a lot of energy qualities that he could benefit from. So
right.
I think a lot of men are waking up, and sometimes the waking up is a little rough. You see men, embracing certain ideas that may discredit women.
Mm-hmm.
But I see they're on a journey of awakening. If they could get information that is not toxic but is more balanced, I think we could be headed in the right direction.
I agree.
We have asked every client. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about work. Every guest that has come on, and I want to get back to your show, but I want to tie in something. I've been seeing a lot of women logging into Kevin Samuels. My husband is like laughing because I'm like, he is so emotionally and verbally abusive to me in my type of viewpoint. So do you think that, well, I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. How do you feel about his coaching approach? And secondly, do you think that the women that watch him would benefit from tuning into your documentary?
I love your question. I do appreciate some of Kevin Samuels' sentiments.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people need to understand that superficiality begets superficiality. If you're looking for these six-figure earner men I feel that people are not paying attention to Kevin Samuels' demographic.
Mm.
He's talking about men who are, he calls them high value men, and I wouldn't utilize the term high value because his idea of high value cuts off people who I actually find valuable. It would even cut me from being considered a valuable person, where I know my worth, I know my value. My worth and my value is demonstrated by how my life is lived. Yet and nevertheless, I don't get into Kevin Samuels' words or his podcast and things. I don't get caught up with it because I know that he's speaking to a particular demographic and lifestyle that is real and that is present. And it is the hypergamous lifestyle. And women who are hypergamous, it's about connecting with a man for his means, for his finances, for his resources, for superficial reasons often, more often than not. And so those men who are high figure earners, the men that Kevin Samuels is speaking about, they want specific type of women. These women are hypergamous, which is superficial. These men are superficial, so they're going to want you to reach those superficial standards. You need to be between the ages of 21 to 30. No children, no drama, no stretch marks, perfect physique in body, because that is the demographic of that type of that those men that he is talking about are looking for. And if that's the experience in life that you are aspiring to, then get with the program. Don't be out here having children and being a single mama and have your life a mess and your belly a mess and your whole stuff is a mess. And you're trying to grab one of these dudes that is up there. Like, you cannot argue your superficial demands and not reach the superficial requirements.
I agree.
So I actually watched Kevin Samuels and I'm like, yeah, like, why are you on here looking busted and demanding that somebody has something that is not, that y'all don't match? Sit down.
Yeah, I wonder when they call up if they have some type of a fetish to be talked to crazy, because I'll look and I'm like, why are you even on here talking crazy? But
some of them are on there for clout too. They want to get attention. Some of them really be like, I look good, he ain't gonna talk to me like that. And it's a challenge. It's fun. I actually would love to go on Kevin Samuels' show because I do reach a certain superficial standard, when it comes to beauty, when it comes to intelligence, when it comes to being a woman that knows how to nurture and take care of a man and heal a man. Yet I'm not looking for the type of a man that he is talking about per se. I'm not looking for a man just because he earns a certain amount of money. And me and Sam, we could kind of like work together because I am telling women, don't look for a man just for his pockets. Look for other attributes that the man is able to offer that you could greatly benefit from, that will help. If you both merge together, y'all both could get the bag.
That's what I'm talking about. So what are the benefits of women and men that are going to watch this documentary? What's some of the benefits that they're going to learn from you?
So there are so many benefits when it comes to watching this documentary, because as I am on this journey, I am an extremely transparent person. Extremely transparent. So much so that my children are annoyed because in my old place, I would walk around the house with the blinds open and I am a nudist. And I'm like, whatever, like, who cares? But nevertheless, with all that being stated, I am I am a healer, I am a leader, I am a teacher, I am a guide, but I am humble. I'm an Aquarius. So I don't think that I have all the answers. This journey is showing how someone could be a teacher, leader, guide, or whatever, can still be vulnerable and show their own challenges. So as I'm going through this journey of aligning with love, I'm not sitting up here just like, well, where he at? He need to come here already. I am speaking to a transformational coach. I am seeing a hypnotherapist to get over my own challenges and blockages, because it's not so much, oh, there's something wrong with the men. No, we create our own realities. There are blockages that dwell within myself to why I haven't manifested or aligned with the love that would be the best for myself. So what are those? It's about me really truly going within to, reconfigure some parts. And I just feel that showing that process, that vulnerable journey, would be very healing. Also, it often below, or the stigmas against gentle men, as well as the stigmas against alpha dominating, we will say, leader women. It will show us in a different light, and it will show Black women in a different light. It will show Black love in a different light. It will also show the power of astrology and how people are able to find their mate or understand their partnership through utilizing this ancient tool. And what I am doing is interviewing some couples that I've been able to assist in them aligning with one another through my gift of astrology, and also showing interviews of couples that I've been able to assist with certain matters in regard to the relationship through the utilization of astrology and compatibility and things of the sort. So we're showing all of those things, and it's also fun, it's also entertaining. It's showing me, dating these different guys, how I live my life, and all of that goodness. It's about living life out loud, and it's showing magic working in real time. Like, dang, this girl was literally single. She sit up here, she put out a call, she manifested the man like that. Look at how life can be had. So it's metaphysical, it's astrological, it's spiritual, it's transformational, it's psychological, it's showing, men in a different light, women in a different light, Black men, Black women in a different light. It's anti the bullshit of the hypergamy. It's showing so many different things wrapped into one that I feel is a very healthy, more well-rounded narrative of for the times that we are currently in.
I am so excited. When I saw the flyer, I was like, whoa. I was like, that is some boss shit, and you are so beautiful and so powerful. So I know the show and the candidates are going to have to be on point. So have you had any candidates? I know your inbox is probably overflowing. How's that going?
That is true. My inbox, I haven't even posted any ads or anything because I'm trying to sort out the energy that is already present. It's a lot. And I have met some incredible men. I mean, absolutely incredible men. And I want women, especially Black women, to know that there is not a shortage of men or Black men, because that is there's such a narrative on the shortage of men. It's like, that's not really true at all. Like,
there is a narrative too, and it's not true for the women either.
You all are narrated that there's a shortage of good women.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Yeah, men talk about that a lot.
That's so.
I don't agree at all. There ain't no shortage.
No, there's no shortage of good women or great men. It doesn't exist a lot. It's to put people in a state of fear. And I mean, even the men that I'm not getting into a relationship with, they're incredible. I'm like, you're fascinating. And whatever woman connects with you and aligns with you, she's going to be pleased on more than one level with you. So yeah, this has been a great journey. I've met incredible men, and I'm starting to narrow down. I'm in that phase of narrowing down what this whole process has been and things like that. And it's It's exciting.
Wow.
It's exciting. Divine date.
Go ahead.
So this is like a reality show, like everybody loves Kateria.
It was going to be a reality show style, but I'm not really for that narrative or, you know, that structure, that format. So this is actually now a documentary on my journey of aligning with love. So it's just documenting me, who I am as a person in my journey of aligning with love and how I've been able to help other couples and things of the sort. So a lot of it is dealing with my psychology, my own power, challenges that I've dealt with it when it comes to love and things of the sort.
That's exciting. So when are we going to get like a teaser or something? Because like I said, I remember people people were sharing it and I looked. And so that's why I was like, oh, I got to talk to her like about this. So when can we start getting like the sneak peeks of the final contestants?
Things will be coming out in 2022 when I have my solar seventh house, not my solar seventh house, when I have my ascendant seventh house rising in my chart. The seventh house is the house of partnerships and relationships. I won't reveal anything until then. We're doing, you know, it's a whole process. We got to film, we got to do all kinds of things. So
no, that is totally dope. So how can people contact you? Because like I'm already like feeling like I'm about to call you to get me like a chart done. Like I already been thinking about it, but I'm confirmed. But if there's other people that are listening or like, wow, she knows what she's talking about. I need like a chart done for my life path, my relationship. How can they contact you?
So you can contact me in many different ways. I see that along the screen showing my website, astrological.com. You can send me an email from there, or you could book me directly from there. Now, sometimes my calendar doesn't show all of my available appointments because I am an empath. I have to keep my energy light. You can reach out to me via email, through my website if you need an appointment, or you can contact me via Facebook. You know, Kateria Knows on Facebook, Kateria Knows on Instagram, and my email is astro.logicbooking@gmail.com. You can send me an email there and we could get you set up.
Okay, that sounds dope. I know we said 45 minutes, so I'm going to be a good steward over your time. Because I could ask you 1,000,001 questions.
We still have 2 minutes left.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. You know, I'm a Gemini, so I can keep going. But what are some things that people can utilize from astrology when they're vetting a partner or like that?
The best thing that you want to do, and that's a great question. The best thing for you to do is be sure that you are aligned with your own purpose and that you have reached a level of self-sufficiency, self-love, and things of the sort, because relationships are simply mirrors to who you are. So if you're insecure, if you're lacking ambition, if you're not aligned with your purpose, all a partnership is going to do is magnify that and stress you into pushing you into that direction. So if the best bet to align with a less problematic love is to really come into a great level of self-love. Of course, we're going to always have certain challenges with ourselves, and that's okay. But you still want to work on yourself to come to a high level of self-love within yourself and be sure that you are living according to your life path and purpose. Because if you're walking down another path or you're still dealing with certain issues in your life, the universe is going to send you a person that is going to wreak havoc in your life that ends up directing you, that forces you to kind of like get on path. So if you are already on path, then the universe is going to send someone that's going to complement you being on that path. Y'all are so cute. I love y'all.
Yes. All right. Well, I think I'm surprised. Everyone has been watching. They've made some comments, but I'm sure they have
We
questions.
could answer any questions before we go if you want to.
If you guys have any questions, you can ask them. Really
Rita. She said she has difficulty finding guys that know their birth time. Since I've been an adult, I didn't ask my mom, called her and asked her my birth time like 25 times. I always forget.
Oh, okay. So when it comes to people not knowing their birth time, I am an astrologer that is able to determine a person's time of birth by asking them a series of questions. It usually takes me 10 to 30 minutes to determine someone's time of birth. So I always recommend that someone books an hour reading. I actually don't read people without a time of birth. So it's pointless for me. I always feel like something's missing. So I just decided I'm not reading anyone unless you want me to sit there and determine your time of birth. Then I'm not going to read the chart. So if you connect with men who don't know their time of birth, you are able to reach out to me. They can book my extensive informative hour reading, and we can set up a session in time to within that hour reading to configure. And I also ask for 3 pictures so that I can look at them, because your time of birth, it really helps us to determine the rising sign of the person, which is dealing with the physical body. And I can pick up on those what the rising sign is by looking at their physical attributes, as well as asking a series of questions that will point to different events that may have taken place in their lives.
You girl, sister.
So we can actually, me and Kendra can actually get an appointment, and you give us like a joint reading or something, or you have
A relationship compatibility reading. Yes.
Yes, because I would be fascinated, because I know my rising is Leo, and so that's probably why I like bold colors, and my hair is blonde, and I'm so yada 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 yada. And I think depending upon his birth, I can't remember. I think it is Aquarius. So
Aquarius rising.
yeah.
So you all's rising signs are married. Leo and Aquarius are marriage signs.
Yeah. So
well, then we don't need a reading then.
No, I'm getting one. I'm going to be contacting you next week, because
I want one too.
Yeah, I'm really. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this treat. If you are not following her, you need to follow her on Facebook and Instagram, and she has a YouTube channel that you didn't share, because I caught some of your great YouTube videos as well, and I believe it's your name on there as well.
Yep, Kateria Knows on YouTube.
Kateria Knows. So if you like anything of what you heard tonight, please follow her, because I'm sure that when she's finished this journey, those vids will be dropping, and it sounds fascinating and empowering. I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. This has been an absolute divine pleasure. I really enjoyed myself here, and the questions were amazing. Peace and love. Oh, hold on one second. Yes, book a reading with Kateria. I got one, and I refer to it often. Oh, so Rita. Yes, I remember you, sis. Thanks for joining us. So everyone, I love y'all. Peace. Thank you, Kenda.
Thank you so much.
What is your God King's name? What is your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Senbi.
Senbi. Yes, Senbi. I remember now. All right. Awesome. Thank
Wonderful
you.
meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. So next month we are going to be focusing on men, and he's going to join me again for, get your head in the video, for the whole month, where we are going to be talking to men about how they are feeling and they are loving. And I'm going to be the support, and I'm going to let him allow the dialogue to happen, because I think a lot of us need to hear what's on the hearts and minds of men.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. That is so important.
Thank you. So keep watching. Make sure you follow her, follow me if you're not already following me, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Peace and love. Indeed.